Hi, everyone. Today we're going to go over shared modifiers, recipes, and mapping within MarketMan. If your POS system supports shared modifiers, underneath your menu item tab, you should see three tabs here: menu items, modifier groups, and modifiers. Menu items are your main dishes. These are going to be your appetizers or entrees. And this is where you're going to build out all of the recipes for your main dishes. When building out modifiers, there are two ways in which the recipe can be built. You can either build it under your modifier groups here, or you can build it as an add-on to your menu items. To determine the best way to build your recipe, there's one simple rule to follow. Is the modifier exactly the same portion size, regardless of the menu item it is purchased with, or does the menu item affect the modifier? For example, my sandwiches all share this side modifier: French fries, sweet potato fries, a baked potato, green beans, or a green salad. Regardless of which sandwich I sell, my sides will always remain the exact same recipe. We will then go into our modifier groups and search for our sides. Searching for our sides, we can now see all of the different entrees that are tied to this specific side modifier. Clicking into my sides, I will now see a drop-down of every different side possibility and option. I'll want to build out a recipe for each of these individually. For example, my baked potato. When I click Add Ingredients, I can search for my potatoes. And it always comes with one potato. I can now see my costing for each potato according to my recipe cost, and if there are any additional upcharges. You can even go back into the individual menu item by clicking Edit Item here, and it will bring me back into the item, where it's purchased from, and all of my packaging information. Clicking this drop-down, I'll want to repeat this step for my French fries, as every time my side of French fries is ordered, it's always 4 ounces. This is also the same for my sweet potato fries. However, you can see here that my sweet potato fries have an upcharge of $1 coming directly from my point of sale system. This will all factor into the overall food cost for the menu item, including this side modifier. I will also be able to add allergens to every specific side modifier and include a procedure. You can add a picture here, prep time, cook time, and instructions for each and every modifier. The second way to build modifier recipes is through menu item add-ons. For example, let's take a look at my coffee options. When I click into my menu items, I can search for coffee and see my regular coffee option here with all of the different modifier groups that are attached to it. You can see here I have multiple different types of coffees that can come in 4 different coffee sizes, 4 different types of milk options, and additional flavor add-ons. However, depending on the coffee that is chosen and the size, the milk and add-ons may vary in recipe portion. To build out these modifiers, let's start by looking into our regular coffee. Under the Modifiers tab, you will see an Add Modifiers button. A pop-up will appear here, and you'll be able to see all potential options for modifiers. Let's start with milk. Here, I can see all of the different milk options, and by clicking all, I'm acknowledging that any one of these possibilities can be paired with my coffee. I also want to add my side options. By clicking size, I can see all of my different sizes as well. By pressing continue, the system will then calculate every possible combination of milk and size option for my coffee. Here is where I'm going to want to start building out these possible recipes. Let's start with whole milk and a size small coffee. I'll go ahead and click Add Ingredient and search for my whole milk. My small coffee comes with 2 ounces of whole milk, and it comes with 8 ounces of brewed coffee. So I'll go ahead and add my brewed coffee sub recipe and put in my 8 ounces. This then calculates a food cost based on the cost of my coffee with milk and all of the recipe ingredients. We'll want to repeat this step for every combination. For example, my whole milk with a medium coffee. My medium coffee takes 3 ounces of whole milk. And 12 ounces of coffee. I can even set a max cost for any single one of these items and allergens with each as well. Remember, you might not need to build out a modifier recipe for every single modifier that pulls into the system. For example, if I go into my modifier groups, I have a modifier called temperature. This is attached to my burgers and my steaks to determine if the customer wants rare or medium rare or well done. However, regardless of which temperature they choose, one steak is always going to be depleted. The burger ounces will never change as well. Therefore, there is no need to build out a recipe for this modifier group. If you have any specific questions about modifier recipes, you can always click this green question mark to chat with our support team.